Dragoon Reviews presents Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition for the 3DS. This game is Capcom's take on the 3DS 3D capabilities at the time of the launch. This game by far was the best launch title for the 3DS, and here's why. Story and basics. First of all, I want to point out that this game is a port with new features only capable on the 3DS. This game was originally on the PS3 and Xbox 360, and even then Super Street Fighter 4 was just an updated version of the original Street Fighter 4 for the same consoles. The game's story, however, is told in the console games. I'm not even sure if it's in the console Super Street Fighter 4s, but basically a guy named Seth tried to use some company to take over the world in a science lab, but failed and it blew up and became one of the stages. Now in the Super remake, new characters and stages are included. However, as characters, stages, and costumes go, nothing new just for the 3DS is brought to the table. But the basic concept is the same as most fighting games. Pick a fighter and a stage and use complicated combinations of buttons to KO your opponent in a best of 1 of 1, 2 of 3, 3 of 5, or 4 of 7. But not only are there regular, light, medium, and heavy kicks and punches, but also combos to do more powerful attacks. Furthermore, after you fill up the corresponding bar, you can do a super or more powerful ultra combo to deal heavy damage in a big cinematic showing unique to your fighter. While nothing original is here, all the characters, save a few, are balanced, so story and basics gets a 3 out of 5. Graphics and presentation. Thanks to the amazing graphics card of the 3DS, which probably surpasses the Wii, this game is by far the most beautiful of the launch titles. It's also up there on the top graphics of the game, but some games recently released or going to be released, like Ocarina of Time 3D, Resident Evil The Mercenaries 3D, and Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D, have showed graphics similar or even greater to the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And I'll probably say this in every 3DS review, but the 3DS 3D effect makes this game much better. Not only are the bars and meters, fighters and stages, and background on 3 different distinctive levels during the fight, the menus are even popping out with words over pictures of fighters that, when 3D is turned on, separate the 2 fighters in the picture to separate them to 2 noticeable levels. The graphics overall are some of the system's best, but nothing new or original is brought out, so graphics and presentation gets a 4.5 out of 5. Controls. The Street Fighter series is known for its overcomplicated, almost impossible combos, but I have been able to pull some off. I really think, while I have been able to pull some off, I really think only the top players can do them. But thanks to the touchscreen, you can assign 4 different buttons to specific attacks. I set mine to the Ultra combo I chose at the beginning for my character, my Super combo, and 2 normal combos I think are the character's best. While I do think this is cheating, it is helpful to those, like me, who can't pull big combos off. But the buttons, however, are responsive when you need them to be. The A, B, and X buttons pull off the punches, while Y and the 2 shoulder buttons do kicks. You can also choose to move your character or to navigate through the menus with the circle pad or the D-pad. While I definitely think the circle pad is perfect for fighting, it does become difficult in the menus and selection screens because of the use of diagonal movement. So there I stick to the D-pad. But these controls are perfect, and they fit to any gamer's liking. Controls deserve a 4.5 out of 5. Gameplay and features. The gameplay, while not all original or giving much variety, is very good. This isn't the only fighter on the 3DS, the others being BlazBlue Continuum Shift 2, and Dead or Alive Dimensions, but this is definitely the best of the system. The buttons respond quickly, and with 7 difficulty settings, you'll find a match and move up the ranks easily. I started at very easy when I got this game, but I'm already up to the hardest after only about a month with the game. Many of those days didn't even include me playing it. But in the features category, I say this game could have had more. While there is a mode where you can fight enemies one after the other, it gets tedious after a while. There's also a normal one-match fighting mode in normal view, or you can use a new view which looks over your character's shoulder called dynamic view. I've heard people say it makes distance perspectives hard to assess, and at some points it does, but I found it easy to keep my level in normal view the same as dynamic view. I even moved up to the hardest level of difficulty faster in dynamic. There's also an online match mode, which works lag-free all the time. This is really a first for Nintendo handhelds, and I enjoyed online matches even if I was bad at them. Also included is a figurine mode. This mode lets you set up a team of level 1 to 8 fighters you've collected from codes or the slot machine in-game, and after your team set up, put your 3DS in sleep mode and turn Street Pass on. When 2 3DSs with the same game and Street Pass activated hook up wirelessly, the 2 figurine teams fight. While I'm probably never gonna use this, seeing as I'm in a small town and no one I know uses the 3DS, this may be cool for others. Gameplay and features gets a 3.5 out of 5 for lacking in features and the best fighting gameplay so far on this system. The verdict. Overall, this game is really great. It gives veteran fighters new controls to use and is new player friendly and has good gameplay. The graphics and 3D effects are also good. However, the game lacks in features and some of the features are just boring after a while. Let's recap the scores. 3 for story and basics, 4.5 for graphics and presentation, 4.5 for controls, and 3.5 out of 5 for gameplay and features. After averaging it out and rounding, Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition for the Nintendo 3DS gets a 4 out of 5. This means the game can be better, but it's still worth a look. And by the way, I've decided to not tell you my next game I'm going to review. Instead, I'm going to put a clue in the description of this video and on my channel page. After I review the game, I'll take it down and put up the next review's clue. This is Dragoon Reviews Nintendo. Hope you watch more reviews.